Hello, and it is still another edition of Cleveland Open Projects on Cleveland social media platform. All right, it is a program where we discuss African on behalf of Africans in diaspora. On Cleveland social media networking platform, we raise awareness in your community for the benefit of the host community as well. All right. Our guest this evening is Honorable Ojeko D. Inavoro, who is the Commissioner Ministry of Mining, Oil and Gas in Edo State. And today we'll be discussing progress so far in the Ministry of Mining, Oil and Gas in Edo State as well. Honorable, you're welcome to the program. Honorable, sir.
Good evening from here.
I'm going to have you with us. But please, you need to work on your mic as well. It's very faint now.
Very faint.
Fainter than me. Yeah. All right. All right. My name is Frank Alidemudia, and I'm co-hosting this. I have a co-host with me on this edition in the person of Mrs. Esther Udofia. Esther, you're welcome on board.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right, we'll go straight to the topic of discourse. And Honorable, this is for you. I want you to give us an overview of the current state of mining, oil and gas in Edo State.
Okay. So far we are 7 years. We have been working on mining sector and the oil and gas as well as power. Unique way, different from last state government. And our able governor capacity gave us a marching order to revamp the sector. First, of power, which is the Ministry of Power under the same ministry of to be, they have the first independent power plant. Now we attracted two major investors in the power sector. We're the first state in Nigeria to have our policies and our bill passed. Currently, the federal government give us the platform to have access to getting of. So we have Osiomo in Edo State, the first of its kind. We have Azura, we're generating power, we're distributing power ahead of other states. Other states in Nigeria today are still at the policy level. Edo State is far above 4 stages, already distributed that to Edo people. 4 hours power we have here in Edo. So far in the mining sector, the first thing we did was to do identification of our minerals. So let us know what we have as a state government. Let us know the potential of the state. And we discovered that Edo State have the best mineral deposit in Nigeria. Here in the area of Mambo, we have the best Mambo after Australia. We have the best calcite and limestone here in Edo State. We have the 2 major dolomite minerals we have in the state. We also
Go ahead, please. Having a bit of technical issues here. Honorable sir. Hello, sir. Wait for him to hide the mental issues that is.
We can't hear you, sir. Madam Frank.
Right. We'll get back to him shortly when he's trying to set his network on his own. We know that those states is blessed according to him with so much mineral resources, and we know that, but we would also like to know you are blessed with so much. Also like to know that when we are blessed with so much natural resources, why do we still find it difficult to do what we are supposed to do in terms of getting finances and doing other requirements that yes, finance. I think that is what Nigeria should start looking in. What works best for us in each of the people will be able to provide answers to that. So just praying that it gets back time.
So sorry, I think
I see.
network problem.
Back. Yeah, Oliver, you're welcome back.
Thank you. So we have, in Edo State, we have the best of lithium, we have the best of gold, alluvial gold, we have the best of dolomite, we have the best of gypsum, we have the best of kaolin, we have the best of mica, as well as columbite and tourmaline. But majorly, Edo State is blessed with a lot of industrial minerals and essential minerals like gold and lithium, as I told you. Our lithium is of a very high percentage. We have lepidolite here in Edo State. For lithium battery, we have spodumene in Edo State for lithium battery. And the state governor said, you know what, let's design a master plan around our solid minerals. For the first 2 years, we designed a master plan. After the master plan, we set up a database to know how many mining companies we have in Edo State, the minerals we have in Edo State, the locations where we have this mineral in Edo State, the community relationship we have so far, how we need to readdress our CDA program, our CSRO program with the mining companies. We're able to identify the illegal and the legal mining companies. Then we set up a committee to flush those illegal miners out of Edo State. We stopped from mining sites because of that illegality. And by the third year of Governor Obaseki, we were able to identify the major key players of this sector. So when I came on board, I went straight to action. I did identification of the major mineral we want to focus on. Then I went straight to have our own private agency that will run the affair of this sector. We set up an SPV, Edo State Mining and Investment Company, which have attracted over 2 major companies across the globe. The biggest mining company in the world, one of the biggest mining companies in the world, was Saturn Corporation, already here in Edo State working with us. They have Nestit Global, they're already working with us in Edo State. We have attracted a lot of other mining companies. And for you to know that we are blessed as a state, we have the company like the Dangote, they are working here in Edo State. We have the Bossmith, they are working here in Edo State. We have the Freedom Group, they are working in the mining sector in Edo State. And the state government have their own private special purpose vehicle that will run the affair and do the development of the mining business in Edo State. So now Edo State is at the peak of running the mining sector themselves and attracting more investment and more investment to the space. And what we did again was to see how we can train our indigenous youth to go into mining business. And we have to put them into clusters. We also went ahead to register some of those artisan miner cooperatives so that we identify them after profiling them, because we don't want strangers to come into banditry and all that come into the space. We want to know who and who is working here, the number of staff we have, and if you are meet up with your arrangement with the community and the consent is legal for you, because we have so many legal licenses and legal consent before we came. So we flush out those criminality out of the mining sector. As we speak today, Edo State is well positioned. Edo State is already working so hard. They are targeting to have the first lithium processing plant that will process lithium from lithium to concentrate, then to the battery production in Edo State. We have set up, the governor already mapped out the industrial layout for us. The governor also mapped out the industrial park where some of these companies are going to stay there. So now the mining business in Edo State is open for more investors. The area of gold, lithium, dolomite, lepidolite, as well as granite, marbles, we have them in a large quantity. So we are doing so much to make sure that for all investors. Now, in the area of oil and gas, Edo State also happened to be the first among the 2 states that have set up a private refinery. So we have Edo State Petrochemical Company, which is running currently. We are doing 6,000 liters at a go. They were increasing to 11,000 barrels per day, and it was commissioned by His Excellency some days ago during our Lauderdale Summit. So we have another private refinery, a motor refinery in Edo State. We have two motor refineries in Edo State. So now they are working currently, and they are making a lot of advancement and expansion within this space of Domino Basaki in Edo State. And also, we are working with all the independent marketers and all the downstream and the upstream sector. Today, we are setting up trust across board, working with the companies that are here under the upstream sector. We are working with them to see that the PIA is working very well. And we have good relationship with our community, and we're also working with the downstream sector to regulate the meter adjustment of meters, illegal installation of petrol stations across the state. Also working with the gas associations and other unions in that downstream sector to make sure that most of these security, safety, and all the tips are being followed. We're also making sure that we give them our own master plan as a state, where you are supposed to establish your filling stations or your gas stations. We make sure it's not close to the market, it's not close to the church, it's not close to a school or a nearby community where we have more population. So many things we have done in both the upstream and the downstream sector. So as I speak to you, Edo State have opened some space for more investors to come into the downstream sector, because we want to regulate the flow and the supply of these products, because one of the challenges that we discuss our stakeholder is how to get product. We're already working with some private sector to revamp the Edo State depot that was along the Agbo Road. We're also working with other private individuals, investors, to set up more depot and more tank farm that will be able to supply citizens of Edo State. So far, I believe Edo State is in the best position to lead, and already leading in this three major sector, which I happen to be the commissioner.
That's a great one. I'll leave I start with the next question, but before I get to that, I have a very short question. So it's actually attached to the answer you just gave, which is the economic value of what you just talked about, because you are asking for investors to come in and invest in this sector. Now, let the audience get to know what is the economic value of investors coming on board, and the people also playing their role in making sure that things go as planned.
Can you come again, please?
I'm actually asking of the economic value of investing in the oil and gas industry in your state.
Okay. As we speak now, the first thing the governor did for the first 4 years, the first term, was to create an enabling environment for investors. All right, that gave most investors that comfort to come into Edo State. In the area of security, the governor has set up, apart from the agencies we are already working with, which is the federal agency, the police, and other security agencies, we also have our own security network, which comprises of local vigilantes and local community youth, which are put into clusters, knowing the security down to the communities. If you have a stranger coming into my community, my people will tell me this person is not from this community. You know where you are coming from. So that alone was our selling point, because, and our policies as well, we created a lot of policies. All right, we created a lot of policies and agencies to oversee, and we passed a lot of laws and a lot of regulations around doing business in Edo State and make it easy for investors to quickly rush in. As I speak to you, we have a set of HOSCOM who are also members of the security structure we have around the oil and gas sector, that help us to go to those communities. They know where the pipelines are passing. They know who and who is coming in. In case we have illegal diversion of trucks, or we have issues around the product, and working with the DPRO and all that, we have that system in place. For us, we have an enabling environment. In case of tax, we have a premium system we build around our tax structure that make our investors to be more comfortable. We have access to land. We have one of the biggest palm settlement now in Nigeria, which was launched some days ago. We also set up recently, we now have a special emergency number like the 11 and 211 and the rest we have in America. We also have it here. We have set up our control room system in Edo State, where we have our cameras and all over across Edo State, in the major city. Coming to Edo State, we are seeing you from our camera. Going out of Edo State, we are seeing you through our control room system that we have built. So Edo State security structure is our selling point. Edo State enabling environment is our selling point. Edo State uniqueness in terms of relationship with people, strangers is our selling point. It's only Edo State, it's very difficult for you to differentiate who is an Igbo man, who is an Hausa man, and who is a Yoruba man. In Edo State, we accommodate very well because we have culture to protect, we have our heritage of acceptance, and that gives us a very good landing for investors.
Thank you so much. Esther, please.
All right, thank you very much, Commissioner. I'm so impressed about what is happening in Edo State. But I want to ask you, my honorable, have you been able to, in every industry we have quacks, people that come on board to make things very difficult. You must have set your timelines to know things you want to do as a commissioner, as the governor of the state. I know you are working directly with the governor, but what are you doing? And what is that thing you are doing as a commissioner to help us take away totally the quacks in the oil and the mining sector?
So what we are doing currently is to build a system around most of these sectors. And two, we also do a lot of education. Edo State is a home of training and training. So what we are doing is to educate them and tell them and put policies and law that will guide them. When you have a system in place, what the governor was able to do for us is to restart Edo State. Before the governor came on board, we have a lot of issues around, for example, the transport system, where you can have down drive from Ring Road down to Sapele Road without some tout and a lot of people on the street taking taxes, multiple taxation and all that. And the governor said we can't allow this to happen. What we need to do is to set up a system that will naturally remove those quacks out of the structure. What we did was to now digitalize the system. As I speak to you now, Edo State is the first e-governance state in Nigeria. If you check my table, there's no document on my table. Since September 1st, we don't have any document on my table. All our operations as a government is through internet, through digital. We digitalize everything. So even the payment system for paying of taxes, revenue to this transportation, to buses and all that, were put into a system. So we digitalize the entire system. That removed those quacks. But we didn't allow them to go into the street and start causing a lot of trouble. What we need to do is to build an industrial hub. We build incubation center where we're training a lot of youth on how to make a lot of things, go into production. We have a place in Edo State where you can come in as a tailor, you can come in to learn welding work, you can come in to learn about how to do your painting, you can come in to learn how to make cake and bakes and all that in Sapele Road here. After training, it's a free training class for you. When you are done, the government will support you. You don't need to have an office. There's a space there you can use to make a production until you're able to come out with your income to set up your own store or have your own mini factory. So what we did was to build a system. To build, naturally, what happened in Lagos some time ago before Uber came, the normal yellow buses and yellow cab in Lagos, when you go to the airport, once you are coming out, they will give you, where are you going to? You say, I'm going to Yanabaja. They don't know what they did. They just give you a piece price. Okay, there is traffic on the road, it's 20,000 naira. Because they were the only people working there, they can decide the price they want. But when Uber came, they were chasing Uber. I remember one of the drivers told me, this Uber person, we are going to Babalawo to go and swear for this Uber. And I told Baba, I said, Baba, Uber is not one person. Uber is a system. It's this technology. So what we did was to use technology to disarm this set of people out of the system, but not allow them to cause more trouble for us. We now embrace them into different structures and let them learn something that will benefit them.
Go ahead, Esther, please go ahead.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So, sir, as a commissioner, what is your role? What role have you brought in to be able to shape the framework in this sector, the mining and the oil and gas?
So what we did was to remove the bottleneck, this so-called bureaucracy in government. We have to remove them. We make process to be fast and smooth. In my office today, any community issue, business investment, celebrations, or anything is 48 hours. Within 48 hours, I must give you results. Because before we came on board, we were prepared for this job. So I was in the private sector before coming here. So I understand what time is to government, I understand what time is to any business, I understand what the value of money, because I've been in that sector, I know where I'm coming from. So the governor had to set up some crop of commissioners who have this ability, who have capacity, who have expertise in some of these areas. So the selection was not by any godfather. The selection was based on capacity and based on merit. When we came on board, we didn't want to take time to know what we need to do, because we already know what we are doing. Because I've been in some of this sector, especially in the mining sector and the oil and gas, so I understand what I need to do. I know my job. So when I came on board, was so far I have my database. I can't operate without knowing the database of what I want to do. I want to know who are the players in this industry. What do we actually have? Then who are the off-takers? How do I bring investment in? What do we need to do to attract more investors? Because for us, the governor trained us to bring money to government, to bring investment to the people, not to take from it. Because the other commissioners we have before Governor Baseki, they come in to find a way to get money to enrich themselves. But we're trained to make impact. We're trained to
Commissioner, sir. I think
the network from his end.
So for us, we are coming.
Go ahead, please. We lost your audio quality.
So we run this ministry. We run the government as just at a click. At a click, you know what we are doing. Now, as I speak to you, our database, at a click, you know the number of police stations we have. At the comfort of your home. At a click, we can tell you, oh, the mining companies we have here. As of today, about 1,633 licenses have been revoked. We already know, we're already aware. We're prepared for them to be revoked because it's an opportunity for the state government to occupy those space and give it to some investors who have to work there. Because some of those licenses revoked by federal government today, they were not working, they just occupied those licenses and used it to extort money from other peasant miners, and they run with it. So for now, we're already prepared for it. We are set to anything. We are ahead of other states. Edo State is 10 years, 20 years ahead of so many states, over 20 states in this country.
All right. Thank you, Honorable Commissioner. I picked somewhat from what you said, which is being ahead of other states. But I want to believe that development shouldn't be a competitive thing. It shouldn't be a competition. Are there plans for you to begin to solve this idea that have worked for Edo State?
So we are ahead of so many states. 10 years ahead of them.
Exactly. But what I want to know is this. Are there plans by you guys to start selling the same idea, the principle that works for you in Edo State? Do you have plans to start selling it to other commissioners in other states so that we can begin to have a better Nigeria for us?
I went for a subnational electricity act roundtable meeting by the Nigeria Governors Forum. During that meeting, I came a little bit late because of my flight was delayed. So before I came, I saw so many states like Edo State. They were talking about their power system. They are talking about their rating power. They were praising Lagos State to be having policies they are creating. They want to pass their bill. And I said, what are you guys talking about here? Edo State bill was signed 2022, July 18th. We have gone across. We are not even at the policy stage. We are done with the first stage. We are done with the second stage. We are done with the third stage. We are done with the fourth stage. We are already distributing light. As I speak to you now, the light you are seeing here is not BEDC light. This is Edo State's own light. So we have light 24 hours ahead of other states. Even while they are waking up, we're already gone. In terms of security, as I speak to you now, if you are going out of the major city of Benin, which is the main city of Benin, we are seeing you through our cameras, but you can't identify where those cameras are installed. So look at what happened last time at Iguebe area, one of the local governments. Kidnapping activity happened there. I would want to track these people down within 3 days. It happened within 2-3 days. They were all caught because we are more digital. So what the governor have done was just to revamp the entire system. Now, as I speak to you, Edo State is the first state in Nigeria that have a civil service academy where you train civil servants on how to do a lot of things because we need to update ourselves.
That's right.
Now, as I speak to you, Namibia have come to Edo State to learn. Our e-procurement process in Edo State is only one state that have it in the entire nation. Our procurement process does not go through manual, submitting file, and no, it's everything is digital. So now we have Salyegun Academy Center where we train and retrain even the civil servant, including permanent secretary. Before I came on board, I was unbonded. Before I came here, I was unbonded in that academy. I went through to teach me about governance, not just being a good person from one community, give him appointment. You don't know what to do. I was trained on how governance run because I'm coming from the private sector. So that is the first thing Edo State were able to do. Now look at the structures we have today. Before we came on board, if most of the civil servants want to go out to ease themselves, if you go to some ministries in Nigeria, you'll be so shocked. But come to our civil service, our secretariat, you will see what we are doing here. Everything is digital. Everything is new.
I think that.
I think I'll be spending my Christmas in Edo State. because my honorable,
seriously.
No, from what the honorable is actually saying, I think Edo State is very, very safe. So as an investor, I think my next visit will be in Edo State. So sir, expect me there very soon.
What he actually said is right, because a few weeks ago a few weeks back I was in Edo State, and when I entered the secretariat in Edo State, it was wow. We actually had a meeting with the Commissioner for Information and Communication, the Commissioner for Tourism, and the Commissioner for Agriculture, because Edo State has to be working. And for the issue you mentioned earlier, which is the Igweben story, I want to tell you that Cleveland.com was right there at this event, covering that event one step at a time. We had an interview with, I think, the head of a vigilante group in Edo State as well, and so many others, and that's what Cleveland.com is all about, trying to create awareness in your environment, in your community. All right, thank you so much, Honorable. The next question will come from Mrs. Esther. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Okay, training, we're going, people are going through trainings now, or they've gone through trainings before now, and I think the trainings will not stop. It's a continuous process. We can stop schooling, but we can't stop learning. So at this point, sir, at what rate will you tell me that, okay, unemployment in the state, in this sector, has drastically reduced? Or what are the plans for you to make employment ready for the youth?
Okay, now, for us, we want to empower our people, all right? Now, let me give you a very good example, our employment scheme program. Before in Edo State, if you want to get a job into the civil service, you must know one politician, you must know another politician, your father must be a permanent secretary, or your uncle must be a senator and all that. But I speak to you now, it's by merit. Because you don't know the exam they're going to set for, you don't know who will mark the exam. You know, everything is on internet. Now, another thing we have done was to empower our people with knowledge. We want people that can create jobs. We want people that can go into processing, into production. Now look at the system we build now that we are launching now very soon in the mining sector. You know very well that we have a lot of construction going on in Edo State because of the way the government have opened up the space for investment. A lot of people supply sharp sand. A lot of construction going on. We have about 3,276 tippers that run between the south of Edo State every day. Before you wake up by 5 a.m. in the morning, you see tippers taking sharp sand and everything up and down. Now, this is what we want to do. We have invited borrow pit owners. We have invited a lot of youths that need jobs. Come in here. Okay, we want to train you on how to sell sand. We want to train you how to sell granite. So all you need to do is that you don't have money to start, but this we want to do for you. You are the one selling borrow, you are the one that own borrow pit, you are the one who quarry. Okay, let them supply you, go and meet them, give them a discount of 10,000, 5,000, right? Now we have, go to where they are building in Benin, meet with them, tell them how much are they supplying you sharp sand. You say, for example, 20,000, okay, I can supply you at 15,000. Why? Because you have a discount. Now, these people will supply them, all right, on your behalf, and you make your money. As I speak to you, over 100 youth are already on the street. They make over 70 to 80,000 naira every day, just trading sand and stone and granite in Benin. As I speak to you, the last time we went to check one of the factory that was set up, the ceramic factory, we saw a lot of you there. Now, how do we attract this Chinese company into Edo State? Because we want jobs to be created. Enabling environment have been opened up to them. So educating and training our youth, first thing we have done. Now we have incubation hub where we train a number of youth on how to go into so many things. This cloth I'm wearing, it's a product of Made in Edo by a young boy who was dropped out of school, and he got this opportunity to learn how to make dress. And today I wear this dress and everybody loves what I'm wearing. All right? So what we want to do is to empower them. You need knowledge to break poverty. You don't need anything, anointing oil on your head. You need knowledge. You need adequate knowledge to break poverty.
I agree with that.
First thing we'll do is to sell the knowledge to them. Know what to do. A lot of people have money in this country, but they don't know what to do with it.
That's right.
That is why we have poverty. A lot of money. If you go to the bank, you see a lot of over 10 billion. One person just putting 1 billion, 2 billion. If you are close to that same man, you ask him, why are you keeping money in the bank? Because the bank is not meant to keep money. You don't keep money in the bank. The money flows. So money must extend. But if you keep it in the bank, it simply means that you don't know what to do with the money. And the bank will start helping you to use that money. And you will not make profit because the bank don't give profit. Because they have enough bills to pay. So the reason why poverty is almost taking over some places in Nigeria, because some few individuals just holding this money. They don't allow it to flow. And how do money flow? By setting up, by first of all, empowering your people with right knowledge on what to do, how to produce, what to produce. Because when we start thinking of production, we start thinking of how providing solutions to people's problems, then the problem is solved. Now, the CNG program came to Edo State. See the way we are running with it. Okay, we are telling some companies, NIPS and the rest, actually listen to me. If you want to run this business in Edo State, we are interested. Go to Edo Central, go to Edo North, set up a CNG firm. Then we'll get some of our youth who will go there and learn. Then we'll help you do it very well. We have so many smart and intelligent people in Edo. Edo State is one of the states that is blessed with knowledge. We are so rich in knowledge and culture and heritage. Because of that, what we need is just a little push and government coming into the sector. Once you see the government presence there, people will rush in there. So first is to empower them with knowledge. Second is to bring in people that will motivate them. The third is to establish some factories and industry processing that they can supply. As I speak to you, people are supplying cassava now. People are already planting cassava ahead of Saro project they were doing. The Saro project in Ologo is going to produce ethanol, going to produce flour and starch. Because of that, a lot of farmers around that area are already making plans to do 2 hectares, 10 hectares of cassava, because there's a ready market for you that are going to sell to. You understand what I'm saying? So even as I'm talking to you now, I'm also making a plan to have my cassava farm, because we have ready market here. Dolphin is there, Saro is there. What do I need? It's only to set up a cassava farm. If I tell you the cost of champagne in the club, it can change your destiny forever. So instead of spending money in the club, buying one particular drink for 400 or 200,000, that can set up a farm. How much is 1 hectare of cassava? To set up 1 hectare of cassava is 288,000 naira. Because cost of, if you want to rent a land, is 10,000. Some villages here, they are giving for 15,000. Tractor is 55,000 to clear. You go and buy stem, you plant, you buy chemical. It's just 288,000 for 1 hectare of cassava. How much is a ton of cassava today? It's above 100,000. So it's almost 68% return of investment, close to 100. So what we are doing is to educate our people, know how to use money, know where to use money. Let us educate them, know what to do, know how to provide solutions. So the world we are living in Edo State is providing solutions, training people with right knowledge. That is the empowerment we are talking about. Not sharing bicycle, sharing wheelbarrow, giving them money. If you give them money, they'll go and marry a new wife without knowledge.
Okay.
We don't want that.
Okay, Madam Franklin, please, I just want to ask him more questions, because I like knowledge. I love knowledge. I am so particular about knowledge. If you want to catch me, you catch me in the place where I am learning one thing or the other. I don't go out or I don't do anything. And because you have always emphasized on knowledge, training, seminars, and everything. So, sir, can you please help us take this thing happening in Edo State is beautiful. As I've told you earlier on, I am going to come to Edo State to see for myself all these things. Yes, yes. So expect
Yes,
me soon.
yes,
So, sir,
granted.
I want can this be taken to can this knowledge sharing, this product knowledge, this knowledge, can it be taken? Can it be centralized? Can it be centralized? Because Edo State can. We have about 36, 37 states in Nigeria. Can these things be centralized? So we don't just have only Edo State sharing and enjoying these benefits. Please, I'm so concerned about it. Thank you, sir.
Look at it. In the past 4 years, our economy have grown, all right, with 140% increase. Our revenue have moved from about 200 something billion to 600 plus. How are we doing this magic? Knowledge, as you said. Now, I just came back from a climate summit in Cross River State. And for the few, about just 10 minutes for me to give them what is happening in those states, they have to tell me to stay for another 1 day. Because life have taught me so much that if you are doing something very good, people that within you may not understand what you are doing. But when you talk about knowledge and capacity building, talking about technology, because they are not used to it, they are so academic, they are not used to what you are doing. Because they are not used to it, they are used to the normal system. That somebody, a politician will come and build road in the midnight, they will come with torchlight and call camera and begin to hit the road. Pa, 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 pa. This road is not good. Don't kill my people. Come and do it again. Those are dramas. We don't need that. We are talking about something that will save the future, something that will save our lifetime. Now, we have gone across, as I speak to you now, our palm project, we even need more land in Edo State to do more palm projects. As I speak to you now. And maybe we are going to be going to other states to be leasing and getting more product from them. Our lithium processing project we're about to start in Edo State. Edo State alone cannot supply that lithium. So we're already talking to some states who don't know how this project is going to run, but they have this area to partner with them. So for us, we are educating other people. People are seeing what we are doing, and by the grace of God, we're going to move it out. You saw what our government is about to do again now, taking over the BEDC with other states to see how we can work it through. States are coming to learn how we are working in Edo State. Some states are learning our e-governance system. Some states are coming to learn about our e-procurement system. Some states are coming to learn about our education system for civil service. Some states are coming to learn about our contract and the way our policies. Some states are coming to learn about the magic happening around the civil service. So for us, we are doing our best as a state. But the fire we are raising here, it will blow up to the entire country. And people will know that Edo State is a country inside this country because we have so much to give to these people. We have so much to give to our people. So much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable. We'll be talking about knowledge, which is very, very important. But there's a question I want to ask, and that is on this. You know, for you to be able to teach somebody knowledge, the person has to know what you want to like teach him or her. There has to be a platform or a media where knowledge can be taught to people for easy understanding. I told you a few minutes ago that when the event where they happened, that Cleveland.com was right at the side. Do you have to cover that event and they will try to like, bring out one or two things? No matter, you agree with me that no matter what you do in Edo State, if the people are not carried along, right? If the stakeholders do not really know what your intentions, what your policies are, you might not be able to like effectively implement what you want to effect. Now, are you thinking of a particular media dedicated, all right, dedicated to something of this nature to be able to like, okay, at every stage of the way while you implement those things, immediately showcasing and creating awareness of what you guys are doing, so that at the end of the day, more emphasis is built around your projects.
Thank you. When I heard about this platform, I was already saying, oh, what am I going to do here? How are they going to work out this process? For us, we embrace new technology. We embrace new platforms like this. And for us too, as a government, we are not good in making a lot of noise. We make moves. And our moves make noise, and make news all over. So because of that, we are already trying to, because the people are used to those drama kings, the way they do the art movies, and all that. But for us, we don't. Our governor is not an artist. We don't act movies. We make moves. As I speak to you now, it's already working out other new plans we're going to unveil very soon for the new year. So for us, we're trying to use the best we can within the channels we have and the media that are available to us to spread this message. But we can't be doing advert as if we are doing promo, like the way other governments are doing, and they'll be playing music at the background and all that. We don't want to do that. But for us, we just want to make impact. We just want to save our people. We just want to support our people. I believe our people know what we are doing, except for those who are not used to modern facilities. They are still wondering what is happening in this state. And a lot of them are just doing it because they are no longer in the system where they take money from poor people and become rich. But those states don't have time for that anymore. Or when you set boys to go and be on the street, start collecting money from poor women, our mothers, who go to the farm and come back. You go to the market and start collecting unnecessary tax from them, and you become a leader in your community. When they are telling you that what you are doing is illegal, you say the government is not carrying you along. We are not able to carry those misplants along. What we want is that the future of Edo State, our education system in Edo State is one of the best. It is one of the best. So we are trying to empower people. The future will speak more of us. The future will have our history. The future will paint our name with gold. Because now people are seeing it to be, oh, what is happening here? New things are happening. But the time will come, they will see that this system and structure is the best way, is the only way to go. And when the benefits start coming in, people will they will so marvel. They'll remember Obaseki in few days to come, few years to come, they'll know what we are doing. But for people who really understand what knowledge and capacity building and empowerment and employment is, and development and IT, they know what we are doing in this thing. For anybody that is saying we should go on media, we are going to go on media. We are using, thank God for this platform. I'm going to introduce this platform to a lot of my commissioners as well, introduce to a lot of other agencies and MDAs, so I can have this kind of interaction with you. And also use any other medium that we know that are legal for us, that will spread the good news that we have done for this.
Like I said earlier, we are just here to create awareness in your community. That's what cleveland.com stands for. Esther, please, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You said a lot. I'm so impressed. Like, I'm excited about what is happening in Edo State, like seriously. And I want to appreciate you for trying to, having it in mind to help us, pass this information of Cleveland to other commissioners, other agencies, and we trust that it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. We are on a platform where we're speaking to you, and I want to promise that we'll be with you in person in Edo State soonest. We'll be in person because you can't have this commissioner doing amazing and you are not with him in person to see for yourself what is happening and how beautiful Edo State is. So I want to commend you, sir. Keep up the good work. We are with you. We hope to see more of you. We hope to come around to see what is happening in a very short time. Thank you very much, sir. Over to you.
I'll say some special delicacy for you people when you come.
I didn't get you, sir.
I'll make some special delicacy for you people when you come.
All right. All right, sir.
Thank you.
All right. We'll round up shortly. But I need you to come in this. This is 2023, and it's the era of with a global focus on renewable energy. All right. So how is your department facilitating transition to global energy services or sources?
Renewable energy, right?
Yeah, renewable energy.
Okay. As I told you before now, before we put in any effort into any investment, we do a lot of scrutiny, we do a lot of survey. As at last week, we have a lot of companies who are coming to the biogas. We are talking about solar system. We are working around wind energy and all that. But for us, we are trying to take care to know our strength, to know the area of our strength. If we don't have enough sun to power our solar system, how do we generate? What can we do? We're also working around the biomass. Then I think a training is already ongoing now alongside with the University of Benin to do more studies on how we can take advantage of our animal waste, take advantage of our food on the normal house, the waste from household and all that, to see how we can turn them into power and generate more gas from that. So A lot of training is ongoing. We have sent our team to our research team to work more and see which one will be more feasible for us. But for us, we are working currently on lithium battery project with Rosatom and the lithium battery storage system. By 6th and 7th of December, the Renera group will be coming from Russia. They will be with us to develop that particular pilot project for us. But for other source of renewable energy, we are working seriously on more studies because we want something sustainable, not something we will do today. After 2 weeks, they are telling us it's not working again, and people use it for campaign. For us, we want something sustainable. We want something that will impact our people. Our major focus is to first of all start with our hospitals, rural hospitals, and other facilities that we have within the locality. There are some communities that don't have light at all. We want to work alongside with them to help them generate power for them through this renewable energy structure. So we're working out so many things.
All right. Can I take my last question? Madam Esther, do you have any question for Honorable?
Tell us when you are coming. That is the only question.
No, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. And as I said, I won't tell you when. I'll tell you when I'm coming, but not now. We'll have a separate meeting on that. I want to come and see for. We want to come and see for ourselves as an organization. So we'll see and we'll know what is happening. I'm so impressed, sir. I am happy with you, and I'm happy with the governor of Edo State about what is happening. And I want to commend you to keep it up and do more. Do everything you know how to do well for the state to be a good place for us investors and other foreign investors to come in and partner with you in Edo State. Thank you very much. I'm so impressed. Like, I am excited I'm so excited that in this season and in this time where we hear a lot of things happening, that I can pick up my box and say I'm traveling to a state that is safe for me to come invest. Thank you so much, sir. I'm so happy with you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'm short of words. Thank you, sir.
Edo State and its people are good people. You can be rest assured in that. All right, Honorable Sir, just let us wrap up with this, which is any upcoming projects that you currently have. I know you said one or two things about upcoming projects, but let's just try to bring it up as a topical issue so that the audience will get to understand. Are there any upcoming projects that you are having or you intend to have in the next couple of days or weeks or months?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Did you hear that question, sir? Hello, sir. I think he took that as an end to the interview. So we'll just wrap it up here. I think he's spoken enough already. And audience, you've gotten a feel of what Edo State is all about from the Honorable Commissioner Ojeko Inaboro himself. He's doing a beautiful more than 45 minutes on this interview with Esther. This is Esther and Franca here on this set. And till we come your way again next week with another guest on this program. I am Franca Idemida. But please don't forget to keep signing up with us on www.cleveland.com. And always remember that we exist with a vision just to connect you with the world of African tourism, also to create awareness in your community. Do have a blessed evening. Esther, over to you.
All right, thank you, viewers, for connecting to Cleveland. And we are here to promote your business. We're here to help you advertise so that Africans can help you, can be part of your business. So thank you very much, everyone. We love you, we appreciate you, and see you in our next edition. Thank you so much, and have a blessed night.